I became a police officer because I wanted to have an input into the community, one that was at a personal level. There are some positives with the certainly country policing, and that is that I mingle with the community and I enjoy their interaction. Some of the bad points are, unfortunately, going to fatalities and serious injuries, and having to inform next of kin, parents, grandparents, other family members of the loss of a loved one.
Serious accidents now are taking up probably 50% of the CFS role. Call-outs vary. We can go from anywhere from one a month through to a couple a week. My position in the CFS in Woodner is now the Group Officer of the whole of Carroloo Group. My work is voluntary. I work for free because I want to give something back to the community.
I'm the Deputy Group Officer of the Carroloo CFS Group, and I run with Woodner because it's my home brigade. I've come up through the ranks through Woodner with as being Lieutenant, Captain, Safety Officer, whatever you like, so yeah.
When my pager goes off, you can get anywhere from a, oh, what has happened, until you read the pager. Sometimes you get, it's just an accident and you go, where is the rest of my family? Who is it, where is it? Down to, oh, it's a fire, right, we've got to get going.
You go through all the gambits of what have I got, who's messed the car up, have we got a fire, and depending on which way we go, family's involved. You know, if I go towards Pidery, I think about my mum, what's she been up to? It's not a road crash, I hope, not in that direction.
With the car today, we started with putting a cut across the windscreen with a reciprocating saw to relieve the windscreen. We then followed on by cutting on the A pillar, which is the front pillar on the windscreen, cutting the B pillar at the top and the bottom of the door, moving around to the C pillar, which is the back pillar on the car, removing that, then going down the other side of the car, then lifting the roof off of the car. Removing the glass from the car stops anyone from getting injured, and it also lets us gain access to the car quickly so we can get to the casualties. The hardest part of my job has actually been rocking up to road accidents, especially when there are children involved around about the age of my children.
The carnage you see sometimes, the people that have been maimed and their lives torn asunder, you know, Christmas presents at Christmas time laying all over a road with one of their family deceased and they don't know about it yet, and you're putting them into ambulances and they've got to pick up their life at some stage.
A rural area is actually quite good to work with. The community helps us and supports us really well, and it's just an overall good atmosphere to work in.
They're a lot of help sometimes, and sometimes they can be very, very giving, if you like.
The worst thing I've seen, no doubt, has to be a fatality. When you rock up to a car or a vehicle and there are numerous people lying around, ambulances there, vehicles all over the place and in bad situation, yes, it has to be a fatality.
Death and destruction, I think, is probably the worst I've ever seen. The trauma that's instilled on a family that you're actually picking up where there's a deceased person. I think probably my worst fear would be to have a child. We've had lots of children in accidents, but I've never ever actually had to come across a deceased child. So.
The most satisfying part of this job is the feeling of I've actually helped somebody out. I've achieved something, I've maybe saved a life or got someone back to their family.
Oh, the camaraderie, the people that come along and join with us and train with us and learn to do the job and go out and come home and talk about it to make it very, very enjoyable, I think.